Hi everyone, and welcome to the AssHole game. My name is Louis, and I'll be your host today. So, I'm going to show you today how to play the AssHole game. So tonight, we have Lily, Sean, Bob, and well, I'll take myself, I'll tell them the mafioso because I've got some Italian roots, so I got to keep that up. Okay. So first off, I'm going to be playing with our prototype deck of cards. So this is what we use when you start to balance the game. As you can see, it's in French-Canadian. Don't worry, it's going to be called The Hole in English, but the game will be provided, the rules will be in French and English. And maybe other languages depending how we go with the Kickstarter. So basically, this is a 81 set of cards. The reason why is because when we tested, we discovered that 54 cards was just not enough. And then people get to play with two decks, and then that's just a huge amount of cards, and it just gets messy and long, and then you're holding like so many cards in your hand. It's not fun. So we tweaked it down to 81, which is a deck and a half, which ended up being the perfect set to play the President/AssHole game that you might already know. Also, we tossed out all this, the clubs and hearts, diamonds, and that. We tossed all that out. We decided to play with 6 gangster factions, as you can see a bit here. I'm going to show you our 2 other factions. These are placeholder. They're not the finished art. You can see them in the Kickstarter. So basically, that's it for now. We usually play between 4 to 6 players. In this case, I'll be playing with 4 as the rules are the same and it's just easier for the purpose of teaching the game. So first off, for the very first round, I'll be giving every player a single card to determine initial positions. So we've got a 5, a 3, a 12, and a 13. Like I said, you can see those symbols here. They're not final, but they give you an example of the prototype we used. So basically, I get to be the mayor. Bob here gets to be the assistant mayor. Lily's going to be the citizen. And when Sean's going to be the asshole. If we had a tie, we would simply deal out 2 more cards and see whoever gets the next position. And you can play a third if you still got matching numbers. So, first thing off, as the mayor, I am not going to move my ass. So Bob here, who's my assistant, is just gonna crawl over and come next to me, to my left. And then Lily is gonna come here, and Sean, the asshole, is gonna be next to the last person before the president. So, now we're ready to play. The thing is, first round. Sean here, as the asshole, would be shuffling the cards because it's the asshole's job. And Sean will deal me 2 cards to the assistant, and one card each. But as the mayor, I have the option to take a gamble. I can look at my cards here, and I see I got a 7 and a 9, which are not great cards. And I can decide that I want to take a risk and get 2 new cards. But there's a catch. If I end up with a joker card, I immediately become the asshole. Sean would give me all the cards, boom, I'm the asshole, and everyone bumps up 1 rank in position. But I'm gonna take that risk. So these 2 cards are gone, that's 7 and 9. And I'm gonna get 2 new cards, which is better. An ace here, and a 6. So I'm gonna keep those. Well, I don't have a choice anyway, because I decided not to take these. So I'm stuck with those. I took it was the right call for me. Now, since I took the gamble, that permits the assistant to do the same. So Bob here, well, he's gonna take that risk. Yeah, definitely he's gonna take it. He's got a 4 and a 6, which are horrible cards. So Sean deals him in. 2 new cards, which are a pair of 7. Oh, wow, Bob, you're a lucky bastard. And then, in the case of Lily and Sean, they get to keep their 2 cards. They don't have a choice. It's only the mayor and the assistant mayor. There are different rules. I know maybe you play at home and you decide that you might use the fact that everyone has the right to do it, you can do that too. Don't worry, we have a lot of homemade rules in our set. And I'm not gonna go over every single one of them. You can back up the game, or you can ask questions if we have them, and we'll be happy to answer it. But I'll be covering more of the classic rules that most of us know. So, well, these cards are kept. And then Sean's gonna do the distribution of the rest of the 81 cards. And since I'm an asshole, I'm actually gonna shuffle the whole thing and not edit, because I want you to painfully watch me do every step of the way. You might wonder why we decided to do an AssHole game. I mean, you're like, why make an AssHole game since you can already play with standard cards at home? Well, I talked about the number of cards, and that is really one of the big steps, because having less cards makes it more dynamic. Also, it's not just that. We decided to, like I said, we tossed all the clubs, hearts, and stuff, and we decided to replace them with 6 gangster faction, because, well, it's more fun to have 6 instead of 4 sets, and it's all in the same universe. We're making a lot of twists and turns, but we do have 3 games coming up, all in the same universe, so it's always gangster related. You're gonna see the same faction fighting for control of the city. Also, we have these unique AssHole rules. I'm gonna explain one of them, okay? Because when the AssHole is drawn in this case, well, it's Sean, I'm sorry. Sorry, Bob, it's Sean. Sean would have to look over one of the 6 faction cards, because that's gonna be on the side. And each of them has unique rules. And Sean keeps one for now. I'm just gonna place this here for now. And only Sean knows he has a secret rule that only he can benefit as the asshole. Because we didn't want the asshole to stay all night being the asshole and just being, the butt end of every single joke for the entire night. So that card will give it an edge. We want the asshole, to have more chance of getting out of that pit. Because what's gonna happen is this. I'm the mayor. So I'm gonna go through my cards. 6, a 4, a 9, a 12, a 13. Also, yeah, you'll notice the cards go up to 13. We don't have jacks, queens, and kings. That's all out there. Let's just make it more, efficient and simple. A 10, another ace. So for a pair of ace, not bad. A pair of 11, another 10, a 4, and a 13. There we go. It's not an awesome hand, but it is what it is. But I'm not gonna do the same for every single person. When you play, you keep your cards to yourself. You don't want to reveal them to the other players. I'm just showing you my hand because I'm just teaching you the game. So when we play, so everyone puts their hands together, like I just did. Most people will actually, you go from weakest to highest. We don't have to do that, but set your hand appropriately, and you want to match all the numbers together because we're gonna play singles, pairs, triples, and quadruples. Also, as the mayor, I give Sean the asshole my 2 worst cards. In this case, I want to keep my pairs because I like them. That's my choice. I'll give my 3 and my next single, which is a 9. I could have given him both 4s if I was feeling, the pain of Sean and like he's been asshole for an hour now. I might give him, my pair of 4, even a pair of 6 there, because I'm feeling kind, but I'm not kind. And then Sean, our asshole, oh look, he's got a joker. And then he's got a mayor, perfect. The mayor is the equivalent of a 2, for those of you who know the present asshole game. And so we decided, a 2 was just boring. So it's the mayor. The mayor is the power here. So he's one of the key cards. And the Joker, which is not the final art, like you can see the final art in the Kickstarter. So our Joker is the mayor's dog, which is it, which are asked as Jokers, which are the most powerful cards in the game. So basically, yeah, 2 mayors. That's the ace. So Sean here had an awesome hand. And, well, life is a bitch. And like in real life, well, he's just gonna give me his strongest card, which is the mayor and a joker. So now I had a horrible hand as a mayor, but thanks to Sean, because I gave him my garbage cards and he gave me his best cards, now I have a pretty decent deck, and odds are I'm gonna win again and keep my seat as the kingpin at the table. Well, so now we're all set up. Almost. Actually, Bob will do the same thing, but he's gonna do one card. So he's gonna give, as the assistant, he has the same power as the mayor, but instead of 2 cards given with the AssHole, he's gonna give his worst card to the second worst player, and the second worst player is gonna give him his best card, his or her best card. So, well, I'm not gonna go over that, you understand what I mean. So he gives his weakest card, he gets her strongest card, and we are ready to play. So the first round of every round is the mayor who gets to play first. But there are additional rules where sometimes it's the AssHole who gets to start. So depending on the rules you're using, it might be different. But for now, we're just gonna play a little bit more classic mode. I'm gonna be starting as the mayor. So I am going to play a pair 4. Bob here will look through his cards. I'm not gonna, okay, look quickly, play quickly. He's got a pair 7 because the goal of the game is to beat the number. So he's got to be able to beat mine. A pair 5 would have worked, but it just so happens he has a pair 7. And then it's Lily's turn. I can see she's got a pair 11. And then good old Sean here, the AssHole. I don't think he can beat that pair. Nope. Oh yes, Sean, you're lucky. You still got a 2. So he's gonna play the mayor, which is equivalent to the 2. So the mayor cuts and wins the hand. A mayor will beat any pair. 2 mayors will beat any triple cards, and 3 mayors will beat any quadruple. Well, you get the hang of it, though. Now the thing is, no one is allowed to touch those cards except Sean, the AssHole. If anyone touches the cards, well, they end up being the AssHole on the next round. So Sean picks them up, and we're done with that. New turn. So since Sean won, he gets to be the first player. He's gonna play a 3. And then, let's see, can I cheat a little bit there? So let's say, because I want to show you a different rule. Sean plays a 5, I will play a 6. Hopefully, Bob has a 7. No, doesn't have a 7, so just going to give you an example there. I just pop a quick 7. Yep. So let's say that Bob here played the 7, and then Lily plays an 8. Okay. This is a special situation where we actually get to play 5, 6, 7, and 8. So basically, it's like a combo. Every single card, one up from the one previously. It could have been, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't matter as long as they chain up. So if this situation happens there, everyone gets to toss one card into the pit, whichever card they want. Usually you want to toss your weakest card. And then Sean gets to pick them up. The same thing would happen if we say we have played a pair of 5, a pair of 6, a pair of 7, and a pair of 8. Then everyone gets to toss 2 cards into the pit. Same goes for triplets and quadruple cards. Now, there's one special rule, because Sean here has a special AssHole card. And in this case, when a chain happens, he's the only one who gets to toss a card in the pit and no one else. But that is a unique card that he's drawn, so, and it's unique to our game. So these are one of the special rules. And Sean picks up the card and gets rid of them. So Lady here was the last to play, so she gets to start. So the last person to play always gets to start the new turn. So Lily plays, and let's say, I'm just gonna make another situational. Okay, Lily plays a 7. And then normally, anyone has to play above that, but the AssHole has a special power, and he has the right to play the same card that was just played. And in this case, he also plays a 7, which ends the deal right here. So even if I'm the mayor, I can easily beat that lousy 7. I can't, because Sean the asshole has decided to put a 7 and stuck the round here. So only Sean as the asshole has the power to always play the exact same card or exact same pair or whatever it is. And if he matches it, it ends the round, the turn, I'm sorry, not the round, right there. And then we start a new turn. And since Sean cut me off, he gets to play next. And well, let's say he plays a pair of 9. Now, I'm just gonna play a joker. Joker wins over anything. I mean, if it was a triple 9, a quadruple 9 or whatever, I mean, a joker ends the round right there. Sean picks it up. And as the mayor, I keep playing because I played a joker. And then I'll keep on playing that. I could play a 2 just to piss everyone off, unless someone plays unless someone plays a joker or a pair of mares. Voila, as a mayor, I just end up playing. And then I'm gonna play a pair of ace, and then so far and so on. So now I played a pair of ace. Let's see if someone has a mayor. Oh, and Bob has a joker. Joker cuts him off, and then Bob wins. And I'm not gonna play every single round. You get the gist of it. You have to beat every next person. Everyone has one chance to play. They can either pass if they don't have better cards, or they can either play. Let's say in this case that Sean here finishes first. So that means if he empties his hand before everyone else, it means he becomes the next mayor. Then Lily here finishes second. She'll be the assistant. Bob finished third. And for some insane reason, I ended up losing and becoming the asshole, even though I was the mayor, because I'm really not good at this game for some reason. So Sean's the new mayor. So one thing's gonna happen now. Everyone's gonna rotate around him. So basically, Lily, who's now the assistant mayor, becomes here. Bob stays here, and I will be here as the new asshole. But Sean, he's the mayor, so he can decide to just, troll around and says, I wanna sit here at the very end of the table. And, if he does that, everyone has to move around. So yeah, at the start of every round, the new mayor, or same mayor if it's the same person, gets to decide where they want to sit, and everyone else has to move around. A new round begins, and the new asshole shuffles all the cards. Careful, if someone else touches the cards, they become the asshole. So we shuffle things up, and we are ready for a brand new round. Let me check quickly if I'm forgetting some steps. I don't think so for now. I talked about the chain reaction if you play a 3, 4, 5, and 6. I talked about the initial gamble if you can decide to change your 2 initial cards. I went step by step. Okay, yeah. So that's it for now. I've explained some of the rules. There are a lot of different rules. I mean, when you've played, sometimes some of the rules that, I forgot one important card there. You cannot finish, whoever on the table cannot play a mayor or a joker as their last card. If they do so, they become the asshole on the next turn. So you gotta make sure to get rid of those jokers and those 2s. But there is a factor of risk, because at some point you can get rid of all your big cards towards the end, and you'll be stuck with whatever's left in your hand. It could be a single card. Hopefully it's an ace if that's the case, or hopefully it's more like a pair or triple. The thing is, yeah, there is that risk factor, but you got to deal with it. There are different rules. When you play at home, you also have your own rules, which are different, and that's why we love this game, because we play at different tables. I've played with people in the States, people in Europe. They don't play the same. Sometimes they have variation and homemade rules, and we love those so much that we decided to include it in our game. That's why we made our Kickstarter. That's why we made 81 cards. That's why we made 6 factions. That's why we get all the rules from everyone we talk to. And in the Kickstarter, we talked to you in one of the updates that we want to hear your feedback. If you have house rules that you use that we don't, or you don't think that we use, tell us about it. And if we don't have it included in our rules, we'll add them in ours along with your name in the credits. Well, that's if you want to, because If you want, we'll put it in there. If you don't want your name, we'll just put anonymous, whatever, because it's a game that we're building with you guys. We want your feedback, we want your rules, and we want this game to be a fun family night rules. And if you played this, it's a great icebreaker game. I mean, you have friends over for the first time. Maybe you've played online with other people and then you see them for the first time. I know I did. And then we played the AssHole game. I mean, some of us got a little tipsy while playing, but it's a great gathering and fun game for a game night. And on that, thank you so much. And if you want more rules or we can make more videos, just let us know. We'll be glad, Remy or me, to put some new videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.